Here we go.
Okay.
Don't be nervous. You're only performing in front of millions. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that big at all. So your name is Alejandra. Do you go by Alejandra or Ali? Ali?
Ali, yeah.
How long you been cutting hair for?
Since 2017 when I got my license.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you become interested in becoming a barber?
I come from a family of barbers. My grandpa, my mom, my brother, everyone in my family are barbers.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you lived here in Vegas your whole life?
No, I moved here in 2010.
2010? Where are you coming from originally?
Phoenix, Arizona.
From what?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. All right. How was the move like over here?
I love it. I like the nightlife, the food here.
What's your go-to food?
I like Asian. I love sushi.
Sushi?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
And of course Mexican tacos, right?
Tacos. Actually had some last night and I'm filling it this morning.
Oh.
It was bomb though.
Where do you go?
It was called Mi Ranchito. Yeah. It was pretty good. I think we ate kind of late though. But we were in the casino yesterday and we're just not even playing. I lost $100 in like 10 minutes and I was like, all right, let's go eat. So we were looking for some spots, but every place in the casino was super expensive and it was already like 9 o'clock. So like, nah, let's go somewhere closer to like a hotel.
I like Tacos El Gordo by like Town Square. And they're open up late.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice. So what did you think of like this whole hurricane that was going on?
I don't watch news. I just know because they sent me an email, so.
It was crazy because like they had a bunch of advisories around here and they're just barely like sprinkled for a little bit. But where I'm from, supposedly they had, it was supposed to be like an actual hurricane, but then it downgraded to a tropical storm. And then there was an earthquake over there yesterday too, like Northern California. So we felt it in SoCal, like they said it was like a 5.1.
Where in California are you from?
I'm from a city called Montebello. Oh. It's a couple cities away from Los Angeles, East LA.
Yeah.
But we came out here to visit some family and like I said, like I was telling you before the podcast, I still have another job and I'm a part-time barber for now. So I was like burned out because I was working the 2 jobs for like a year straight. And I was like, man, I need a vacation. So we came out here. I was like, let's see if we can find somebody who's down to hop on the podcast. Oh. And you were down, so I was like, heck yeah,
I know.
Here we go.
See, I know what working 6 days is like. I work 7 days, so.
You work 7 days?
7 days, yeah.
What's it like over here as far as like the barber business?
I like the money.
You like the money?
Yeah. You can make a really good living. I like talking to people. I like them talking.
You like
more like the quiet one. Yeah.
You're a listener, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So like barbers or unlicensed therapists, we just come and we hear everybody's problems and.
Yeah.
Is this something you always wanted to do?
I never thought I was going to be a barber.
Really?
No.
What did you want to do before?
Mortician.
Mortician? Tell me about that. Why?
Well, I can't be a doctor because I'll be too scared to kill someone, right?
What the?
Morticians are already dead, so I don't have to worry about, harming them.
You're like the second person ever in my life that's told me they wanted to be a mortician.
Really?
And I was like, what? I mean, I guess there's an industry for it, but.
There is.
I mean, death is 100%, so. But
I'm pretty sure it's good money too. So
I mean, I would think though that it would be hard talking to like people, like the families of the deceased, like setting that up.
yeah,
Like you gotta sell them a package for their loved one, and you gotta tell them like, all right, are you sure you don't want to lay them in the ground in this solid gold casket?
I know, but then that's also the part of beauty, right? Like making them look good, like fixing their hair, their makeup.
Okay, so it was
So-
it's more of like the aesthetic part. Like you would
Yeah.
want to make them look good.
Yeah,
All right.
especially if they have like a tragic death, right?
Yeah. Can you speak up a little bit? If you don't mind. Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's what's your favorite cut to do?
High fades.
High fades?
Yeah, and 2 on top. Or one if they get a 1 and a skin fade, high skin
yeah.
fade. Yeah.
What's your least favorite haircut?
Oh, the Edgar. The
Oh
Edgar.
my gosh.
Everyone's getting it nowadays.
How many? Let me ask you this: how many would you say that you do a week, Edgars?
At least one.
At least one.
Yeah, every day.
Do they come in and straight out just ask for it?
No, they show me a picture.
They show you a picture?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Like I run into the same thing. It's mostly high school kids that come in, and they'll say, "I want a low fade," and I kind of already know where they're going with it. I say, "All right." So I do the cut, and at the end they're like, "Oh, can you just line up the front? Push the hair down, line up the front." I was like, "You want an Edgar?"
Yeah.
No, it's not an Edgar. So I finish it. I'm like, "Bro, this is an Edgar. Why are you scared? Just say you want an Edgar. It's your haircut. You're wearing it." But
Yeah, or the ones that say, "Oh, I want a skin fade and square on the bottom." I'm like, okay.
just wear it.
I know.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what's your favorite haircut?
My favorite haircut, I feel like my go-to is my mid-drop. Because I feel like, as far as my clientele, nobody's really too picky. And I feel like I kind of just measure out their head and I go from there, but I would say my favorite is a mid-drop. It's kind of universal.
Your least favorite?
My least favorite, for sure, the Edgar.
Edgar.
Yeah. It makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like half a haircut.
What about designs? Are you good at designs?
I'm okay. I'm not. I don't have like a high demand for them, but I've been actually doing a lot of freestyles lately, so I like them.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be into them because I'm not like too creative, but I think when I have the clipper in my hand, it's a lot different than like a pencil or a pen. You know, it's like
Yeah.
maybe because I know how to work with the hair more. But
I don't mess with designs.
no,
No, simple ones like some lines and that's it.
some lines.
Yeah.
You don't take chances.
No.
Come on, it grows back.
Plus my clientele, it's different. Like they're older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about flat tops on straight hair?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I had one older gentleman come in one day. This is when I first started working at the shop. So where the barbershop I work at is, there's another one across the street, and it's been a city staple for like 50, 60 years. So the dude who runs that shop, all his clients are like older gentlemen too. So that shop was closed, so the guy came in, he's all, "Can I get a flat top?" I said, "All right." So I do it to the best of my abilities. First of all, he had like the deep crevasses in the back of his head. Like the ones where like you need a excavator to get the dark out of it.
Oh yeah.
So, so I spent like 25 minutes just trying to clean that up as best as I can. Then I finally do the top, the flat top, as best as I can. You know, and I think it came out okay. But at the end, he was like, "You don't do too many flat tops on." I was like, trying to be nice. I was like, "No, nobody really gets these anymore."
Yeah.
He's all, you need to learn how to do these. You'll make a lot of money." And I said, "All right." So that was the last time I ever seen him, but
I know I'm honest with my clients. I'm like, I don't do flat tops on straight hair. Curly hair, it's different because it's just goes where it needs to go.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a curly flat top though.
You know, like an afro, like the curly.
Oh yeah, that's different because you could shape the head easy. It just kind of sticks up.
But I'm honest. I'm like, I don't think I can do a flat top. It's gonna be everything but flat. And they like that though. They like it, but it's not a flat top.
Is there something
And
when
they come back? They always come back.
There you go. That's the main thing, right?
Have you ever asked yourself, like, why did he came back?
No. All right, completely honest. There's only been not even a handful, like a couple haircuts I'm not sure about. But I always think about this, and I don't want to sound like cocky or arrogant, but it's true because it applies to me too. Like my worst haircut is somebody else's best haircut.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like you're your own worst critic as far as like, you know, the quality of haircuts. So of course like you're gonna be like, oh, I should have did this, I should have did that. But the main priority is like, does the person in the chair like it, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I always kind of like try to err on, you know, grace. Like, it may not be the best one, but they're not gonna leave all jacked up, you know? I've actually seen like barbers who, you know, no shade thrown, but barbers who let their clients leave with lines, like guidelines still in their hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would never do that. It might not be like the best to my standards, but it'll be passable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at least no lines.
So let me ask you this, what's your plan as a barber what do you want to do? Do you want to just keep cutting till you hit 65, or do you have other ventures you want to try to accomplish?
For now, yeah.
For now, you just want to cut?
Keep cutting. I'm 31.
31?
Yeah.
Okay, I just turned 32.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just keep cutting until something new or something better comes along. But I love this job. I love what I do.
Is there something particular that you try to do with every haircut? Like something that you focus on? Like either you fade it in really well, you match their head, the haircut to their head.
I do.
Like
I know
what's your
sometimes,
process?
like if they have like a flat head and they want like a high skin fade, I'm like, no, you have to go a low fade because your head's flat.
Okay.
The lineup has to be a good lineup too.
So you focus on the detail.
Yeah.
Okay. What's trying to think of something I can ask you. What's the craziest thing you've seen in this barbershop?
We just opened up the shop. It's like brand new, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense because when I was looking for the shop, it took me like half a mile the other way. And it was like a storage. I was like, I don't think they're cutting out of a storage.
Yeah,
So.
we just opened up 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Nice. And then you said you worked for another barbershop too, right?
Yeah, I do. I've been working over there for almost 5 years now.
Almost 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen in that shop?
Let me think. A drunk customer.
What do you ask for? Edgar?
To be honest, I can't even remember. He smelled so bad. He was super drunk. I don't think he even like paid attention to his haircut. I showed him the haircut and he was like, okay, fine, bye.
He was looking at you told him to look at the middle one. He was seeing 3.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though, as a girl, like a barber, some clients don't want you to cut their hairs. They always want like a guy to cut their hair.
Really?
Yeah.
I always see like, for me personally, like if you can cut, you can cut. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, but some guys, you're right, like they don't want to take a chance. I mean, it's just hair, but maybe they get uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe you're intimidating to them. Have you ever had somebody just tell you like, "No, I don't want to get cut by you"?
Oh yeah. They're like everyone else but the girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just straight out like that?
And I'm like, yeah, it's your hair. You decide.
It's your loss.
Yeah.
No.
Some of them, then they see my haircuts and they're like, okay, I come back with you next time.
Nice. Do you feel like you have to prove yourself more because you're a female barber?
Yeah, I would have to do double the work.
Double the work?
Yeah.
Are you, how do you like promote yourself? Do you have like social media? Do you word of mouth? How?
My clients. I have a lot of clients because my clients refer me with like their friends, family, social media too. I'm not really big on social media. I need to start working on it, like take more pictures of my work. But I do like upload some haircuts here and there.
We're talking about Booksy, and what was the other one you said? Calendly?
Yeah, it's not like a barber app. It's more like just like a scheduling app.
Oh, okay, I got you. That's cool.
I just like it because it's more simple.
So, what kind of clippers do you use?
Well, I'm trying out this one's the Instinct.
Instincts? How do you think? What do you
Yeah.
think of them so far?
I like it. I like it because they're so small. I like how they cut. And I use the Magic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Those are my go-tos.
Yeah.
I have the gold ones, the
And
red
the
ones.
Senior too.
I started off with the corded seniors.
Oh
And
yeah.
It took me a long time to get away from the corded.
Really?
I don't know why, because I always thought like you would like not get the same power out of the clippers. But yeah, my go-tos are the Magic clips. I have the gold ones, the red ones, and the all metal, the silver ones.
Yeah, I have the gold ones, just not here with me. Oh, and I like the Babblies, but I don't have them here today.
The big ones, the FX.
I like the trimmers, not the clippers. They're too thick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the clippers, but I really like the trimmers. Those are my go-tos. I have the DLC blade for. Those are really good when you do designs. At first I didn't like them, but they grew on me because I had the other ones too. I forgot what the blade's called, but actually switched up, and those are my go-tos now.
For a long time, I was a big fan of the Antis Masters. The heavy ones.
The
They're
Fade Master.
so like heavy. I don't think I can do it.
Actually that was like my third machine I ever bought was the Fade Master. It was
Yeah, the corded ones.
the corded ones.
Yeah.
Those things get hot in like 10 minutes.
They fade really good, like skin fades, but they're just too heavy.
They
And
were.
if you're doing like skin fades all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were heavy too. They're like 5 pounds, but I couldn't get used to like they use a different metric system for like the clips and stuff. So I would try to switch in between my seniors and the masters, and it would always take me forever because I had to like redo what I was doing.
You should try this one. Have you tried them?
The Rebels? No, I haven't tried it yet.
They're really good. I like how they feel. They're so small.
Do you feel like they go through the hair pretty easy?
They do, yeah.
I had what was that? The Gammas?
I've never tried them.
I didn't like them.
No.
I didn't like. I felt like they were too weak. They were cool for like thinner hair, but if you had somebody with some coarse hair, then I would just go back to.
Do you use metal guards?
No, I use the plastic. Plastic, yeah.
This is life changing. To get rid of the bulk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was looking at those or the Osters, but those ones they have the detachable blades too, right?
Yeah, they do. Same blades.
Do you feel like it's easier than the clips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use those to do the skin. Like my first guide, I use those, and then I use this ones to do clipper work on my like the seniors.
Clipper work. Okay.
Yeah. How do you like clipper over comb?
I'll be honest, it's not my strength, but for debulking and like getting the shape of the head, I like it. For that one, it depends on like the type of hair, but I mainly go with my the metal magic clips because it has a little bit more power in my opinion. And then for like the detail work, I like the red magic clips because it's more they're lighter, and I feel like I know what they're gonna do more than the other ones, if that makes sense. I know it's the same like company and stuff, but I feel like each one performs just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
How about straight razors?
I've tried so many, always like, oh, this one, like the most expensive one. I always go back to my $7 straight razor.
Oh, really?
Always.
Isn't that funny? It's like, cause I bought some like more, I wouldn't say expensive, but they were like moderately priced, and I like the cheaper ones a little bit better. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because I bought like so many, like $50, $25. I bought one that was like $100.
Really?
Yeah. I always go back to my $7 one.
I guess it's whatever you're comfortable with, right? Cause
Yeah. And when I'm talking like cheap, it's like super cheap.
I guess the job done, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
What about the blades?
I go with the platinum derbies. I like those. How about you?
The Dorco. The
Dorco.
blue. Dorco is the blue one. Prime.
Okay. Are those ones you have to break?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always scared I'm gonna slice my finger, so I don't like to. I just get the single ones.
Yeah.
Pull it out the pack. When you're fading, do you like to start from the bottom or from the top?
It depends on the hair.
Depends on the hair.
Yeah.
I feel like for me personally, if I'm doing tapers, I like to start from the top and fade down. And when I'm doing like regular fades, I start from the bottom.
And then fade up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the last attachment that I use is the 1.5, and then everything else is just clipper over comb.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I like to go more clips based. I feel like it's faster for me. But I've been trying to work on the clipper on the comb more. How about scissors cuts, shear cuts?
I'm getting better at it.
You better?
Yeah. Not like the cosmetologists, you know, they do like those crazy tricks with the shears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I don't really get too many people who ask for the clipper over combs. It's usually going to be like an older gentleman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one time I had another guy. He's a client of the other barber in the shop, but the other barber wasn't there that day. So I was like, I have time, I can squeeze you in if you don't want to wait. So he's all right, cool. So he hops in the chair, and he has like a typical old man cut, just a ball haircut around, bald on top. And he was telling me in Spanish, and my Spanish isn't that great, to be honest. So he's like, I just want us just to clean up. I was like, all right, cool. So I do it, not even 20 minutes, just shear over comb. And then he gets up, he's all, it's okay. I'm like, what do you mean? You only have like a little bit of hair.
Yeah.
I just took off the bulk. He's all, it's too short. I'm like, I literally took an inch off, if that. I just like cleaned it up, lined you up. So he gets up and he was like, so he gives me a 5. He's like, there you go. I'm like, you're short 20, my guy. And then he was like, oh no, the other guy charges me $5 to do my hair and my mustache and my beard. I was like, nah.
Remember those old days when like haircuts were like $10?
Yeah. Back when bubble gum was 5 cents, but nah, it's like, no, sir. So we're standing there for like 5 minutes and he's just looking at me. I was like, and he had his wallet right there open. He had money, he just didn't want to pay me. So finally he just gives me another 10. He's like, all right, we'll call it even right there. I was like, whatever, dude. So he got blessed that day. It was pretty funny. I was like, golly.
I like doing senior haircuts, like older.
You would?
People, like I like it, like cutting like older, like viejito haircuts.
Yeah.
They're easy, like you finish like in 10 minutes.
It wasn't that, it was just more that he finessed.
Yeah.
He probably does that to, like, I feel like that's the thing with older people. Like, I get it, like, a lot of them don't work or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't like when people come in looking for the hookup when, like, the prices are displayed, right? Because it's like, I feel like a lot of people are like, I should be paying $10 for a haircut, but I don't think that they see the barber side of it. Like, let me ask you, how much did one of those machines cost you?
The most expensive one, $400.
$400 machine, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if you're charging $10 for a haircut, how many haircuts would you have to do? 40, right?
Yeah.
Just for that one machine. Then you got to do booth rent or percentage, however your barbershop does it. Then you got to...
Products.
Products. It's like there's more to the overall cost than just your $10 haircut.
Yeah, just for one clipper, it's $400. So you need like 6, 7 clippers.
Yeah. I mean, at the very minimum, you could do like the basic, one. Let's say you're starting off, you get like one machine, one trimmer, one clipper, and, But then you got to factor in like the blow dryer, your blades, like everything goes into the price, right?
Yeah.
Like, what, in your opinion, what would be like the bottom level, like least price for a haircut? Your opinion, it doesn't have to be like
30.
30?
Yeah. Including kids and seniors.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't do less than 30. Because I always tell people it's not like just the hair that I'm cutting, it's, the time and the experience for that haircut. That's why it only takes me, at max 40 with a beard,
Yeah.
Or sometimes 45 if I don't know, but there's been barbers, I've been in the chair for 50 minutes and they're still not done with the fade. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you get what you pay for mentality.
So you do like 30 minutes, 45 minutes haircut?
It depends on the person. If I know like your head and like the quirks of the head, you know what I mean? Like the way the hair grows, it'll take me like 30, 35. But if you're new, it takes me a little bit to kind of figure out your head. Mm-hmm. Probably max 45. And then it also depends, like if I'm taking my time or if I'm rushed, like I have another client coming in. Mm-hmm. But I always try to get people in like faster more than, mm-hmm. because I feel like that's another aspect of barbering that people don't understand. It's like, I don't want to be waiting at the barbershop for 3 hours,
Yeah.
Like I want to get you in and out. That's why I prefer appointments as opposed to walk-ins. I mean, I do take walk-ins if I can squeeze them in, but I feel like it's better for everybody if you just take the time and, book beforehand.
Yeah, me too. So I do 30-minute haircuts. Haircuts and shave like 45, 50 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've been doing it for so long. Well, not so long, but
no.
It's 2017.
2017? What is
Yeah.
that? I'm bad at math. 6 years? 6 years? Yeah.
That's why we're barbers, because we don't know math.
You're right. No, but the time comes with the experience, though. Like I said, it's just learning the little tricks of the trade. Clipper over comb helps a lot.
It does.
Let me ask you this. When you first started, what was like the average time for your haircut?
An hour.
An hour? At least, right?
Yes.
The clippers are like burning a hole through your hand. You're sweating. You're just like...
You too? An hour?
Oh yeah, it'll take me forever. Well, then again, like I was cutting people in like folding chairs in the backyard with like one single light, so it'd take me forever just to see what I was cutting. And then shout out to my boys, but most of my boys that let me cut their hair, they have like the hardest hair to cut.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, it was all bad. But we're here now. We made it. We're getting better with every cut. You know, that's the goal.
What about your first shave ever? Like full shave, not just like a line up.
Well, I started practicing on myself first. So I feel like I learned, you know, what not to do on myself is by nicking myself, you know. But my first full shave, I feel like it's the easiest part.
I think so, yeah.
So-
I practice on my dad.
Do you?
Yeah. Cut him so many times.
Yeah. So
We're already cutting and I haven't even asked you.
no, that's,
Well, I'm like blending.
No, that's
Really
good.
like the sides here.
so you prefer like the sheer work for the top, doing like that? Yeah. Some people like clipper over comb more.
On top.
Yeah, I don't, but
You want me to trim the top?
you could clean it up a little bit.
Make it even?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just grows down and like to the middle, so. How long did it take you to like get comfortable with the scissors?
Ooh, like about a year.
Like about a year.
Yeah, I think it takes everyone like about a year to get good, like with the clippers, razor, shears, everything.
Yeah. It took me a little while to get comfortable with the scissors, but I actually prefer that now. I feel like it's less harsh when you're like, let's say you have like a machine, you have like a guideline, but like clippers, it's more easier to like hide the mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean the scissors to hide the mistakes if there is. But
What are you talking about? I don't do mistakes.
oh wow, okay. I see the shyness is going away.
Yeah.
The confidence is coming up now. That's cool.
So if you ever do a bald spot on the back, just don't show them.
So you came in here like that. How do you? I don't know what you call them, but the little the hair patterns, how it grows in the back. You see, I have two.
The cowlicks?
The cowlicks, yeah. How do you deal? How do you deal with those? Yeah.
I used to tell my client, "Hey, that's your hair."
Your hair goes it.
I'm just kidding.
There's this picture going around on Instagram, and there was this poor kid. He had like 7 of them. It was like 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4, 5. I was like, man, you can't do nothing with that hair.
Kind of just like work around it. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I kind of just work around it and just like suavecito at the end of it.
Flatten it as much as you can.
Yeah.
I have one of my friends. He has really straight hair, but on the sides, literally can't do nothing. It just goes straight. So he does like the comb over, but it's so hard to like lay it down how it's supposed to go. So you have to put a lot of product in his hair, but it comes out good. I just feel bad for him, you know, because like this is literally like the only haircut you can do besides growing it long or, you know, really tight fade or something.
Yeah, I think straight hair is hard. Asian hair too.
Oh, really? Yeah. How about really curly hair? How do you feel with that?
Like black hair?
Yeah, like you're cutting your brother's
Oh, I
hair.
learned how to cut on black hair. I went to a black barber school,
Did you?
masterpiece. So that
Oh,
was
okay.
my first haircut was on black hair. I think it's super easy. I can cut black hair all day.
I like it. I feel like it comes out more fresh than like the straight
Yeah.
hair. Like, it takes a little bit longer too to like learn how to fade that hair
And
type.
the hair doesn't get all over your
Oh, yeah.
clothes.
Just
Yeah.
bunches up. I
Yeah.
like it. I feel like that's a cheat code. Every time I see a barber posting up like mainly curly hair, I'm like, show me what you could do with straight hair, and then we'll talk.
So I used to only cut curly hair when I first started.
Okay.
Then I went to Chinatown.
So you went extreme opposites. You
Yeah.
went really curly into really straight hair.
Yeah.
What did you feel like was hardest about transitioning from the dark hair, the curly hair to the straight hair?
When they did like the comb overs and it was just sticking out everywhere. So I'll at first just get like the easy haircuts. And I think on that type of hair you do like clipper over comb a lot and thinning shears.
All right, for the
Yeah.
straight hair. Yeah. What kind of clip shears do you use? Scissors and stuff. Do you ever prefer? You just think, is that what we were talking about earlier? You like the less costly ones? Or they work more for you?
Well, for my thinning shears, I think I pay like 150. So they're like, I mean, I know they can go up to like $700.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas, I think.
It's usually like the Japanese metal.
Yeah.
The more expensive ones. I use these ones called fresh shears, and I think they're like $100 with like, you know, they have like YouTube influencers, so they have like promo codes and stuff.
Yeah.
There's this one dude, Sean Cuts Hair. He has a discount code for this one called Shears, and it's $100, and it's a subscription. So like every 6 months, you send in your old ones, and for $60 they give you a new pair.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I like that one. So, is there something that do you ask your clients, like, is there something that you're looking for in this haircut, or you just kind of start cutting?
I didn't ask you anything, huh? I just started cutting.
Well, to be fair, I was like, I want a mid-drop.
If they show me a picture, then I just do.
Okay.
But sometimes they show you like a picture of like a really nice haircut, like good looking guy, and you're like,
I can fix your hair, but
not your face.
oh wow. Throwing shots over here.
Yeah.
That's real though. You gotta be realistic when you're getting a haircut. You can't be showing a picture of like Channing Tatum and you look like, I don't know,
Yeah.
Fred Durst or something.
Or like, how do you style your hair? When was the last time you cut your hair? And sometimes they lie about it. They're like, oh, it's been like 2 months. And you're like, no, it's not been 2 months.
Yeah. Is there something in like your haircuts that you try to emphasize? Like, are you a quality or a quantity? You know how like we're talking about some people take forever? Or do you
I
just
think quality.
quality?
Yeah. Because you want to, like, that client to come back to you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would rather take the 5 extra minutes and, you know, more for me, like I know I did a good job, than like rush them out to meet the 35 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But I know there's some barbers who'd rather just get you in and out. I don't like that personally because, like I said, we were talking about earlier, is, you know, I have another job, so I have that pays hourly. So I know what it takes to get that money, and would never want somebody to be like, man, I paid $30, I paid $40 for this haircut. Like it grinds my gears the most when I go to like another barber and I have to go home and fix the haircut that they gave me.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I paid you $40 and I still have to go home and fade this out. It's like, man.
Hope you don't have to go fix your hair.
Oh, we'll see. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, she worked over at Nelson for some time.
How long did it take you to get comfortable with the straight razor?
A few months.
2 months?
Yeah. I still cut people all the time.
I had this one client come in one time and he got a hot towel shave. Oh no, he got a regular shave because he walked in and he had like that really thick hair. So I was cutting him, or I was shaving him, I should say. And then he kept like bobbing head. And I ended up like giving a little nick in the back, but it was his fault because he kept moving. But that was the last time I seen him. I was like, dude, it's also...
I think I've nicked most of my clients. I'm not gonna lie. That's why my domain is alicuts.com.
Whoa, you're true to your word. No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, as long as you're not like, they're not bleeding profusely. I mean,
I
nicks
get like
happen.
those little dots. Like when you're shaving, it's not like you cut them, but the razor points, I guess.
I wouldn't, I mean, yeah. It depends on like their skin too, right? It's like some people have like really bumpy skin. Like I said with this guy, I'm not trying to defend myself, like I nicked him, but he had really thick hair, you know, and for that type of hair, you need to relax it with like the hot towels first.
Yeah.
You got a busy day today?
Not really.
Just kind of chills?
Yeah.
That's good. When you go back, or when you're like at the end of your haircut, is there something that you check for? Like how do you cross-check yourself?
I just look at the mirror like 100 times, and I'm like, okay, it looks kind of dark in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you use the mirror too?
You use the corners too, like the corners of the clipper?
Yeah, I like to. If I'm like debulking, I'll use like the entire blade, but for the details, yeah, for sure. How do you know like when the haircut's done? Do you have a hard time letting go?
When I see no more lines.
All right, good.
Yeah.
That's a good reference. Oh man.
Or when I'm like, okay, he doesn't have to fix it.
I got in your head, huh? No.
Yeah.
So I had this. I had a few bad experiences, but what I want to do with this podcast is just kind of like highlight the good barbers, because like I said, like people work for their money, and I want them to get their value for their worth, you know. So
Yeah.
but I feel like it's hard to do with like booking apps, because I use Yelp a few times around the area where I'm from, and you know, everybody posts their highlights of their haircuts. So I went to this one barbershop, and I specifically asked for the person who cut that picture, and they're like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. So I get there, and there's only one lady cutting there, and then there's a dude who was running like the computer, like the setup process.
Yeah.
And he was kind of cleaning around the shop too. So I was like, all right, it must be him, because they told me it was a guy who cut. So I go in, and they're like, oh, we'll be with you right now. So the lady's finishing up a haircut. I'm like, all right. I kind of already knew where this was going. So she's finishing up, and I'm looking at the dude as he's walking by. I'm like, oh man, it's a little rough if I'm being honest. Like, no shade, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give her a chance. So I'm having like, you know, she did my hair pretty fast, you know, probably like 35 minutes, and we're having a good conversation. It was cool. I was letting her know I'm a barber, I know what I'm looking at, like this is what I do. And she told me, she was like, oh yeah, I just cut people how I want to cut their hair, and that's it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, I just do the haircuts I want to do.
Oh, really?
And I was like, okay. So she was cool, like cool person, but it was the ones I had to go.
Ever show you a picture of him like with a really nice haircut, and you're like, oh wow, I don't think I can do that. And they're like, oh yeah, you did it like a few months ago. I'm like, oh, I did that.
That's my work.
Damn, I'm surprised. Yeah.
No, there are times though where I do go into like autopilot, especially if it's like somebody that you know. And then I'll be like, oh shoot, you kind of wake up mid-cut, you know? Because sometimes you have those days. And then at the end, no.
Suavecito on the cowlick.
No, that's perfect.
That's good?
Thank you.
Okay, let me show you.
Ale cuts.
Yeah.
Awesome. I dig it.
Yeah, you want to see the back?
Yeah, please.
The bald spot on the back?
The bald spot? Oh, that's cool. You got it. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thanks for coming on.